You know where's the super talented youngest member of the reality TV family, the Braxtons. After a couple of difficult years, both personally and professionally, Tamar Braxton is back with her sisters for another season of Braxton Family Values. And today, Tamar is opening up about all the drama you've seen in the headlines and the surprising health issues that have plagued her for years. Tamar Braxton, come on out. Psychedelic is beautiful.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Good to see you.
So happy you're here. We're going to talk about the show and all that good stuff, but I got to first find out, I mean, you look really good. Do you feel as good as you look?
I do. I feel amazing.
Stunning.
Thank you so much.
So you were here 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Vincent Herbert was with you.
Yeah.
And you guys were talking about some pretty deep stuff.
Yeah.
You're no longer together.
Yeah.
How was that?
You know, it was a sad and hard time, but, you know, it turns out it was for the best. We're still really, really good friends, and we co-parent our five-year-old son beautifully together. And, you know, we started off as friends anyway before we got married, and we had to go back to that, and so it's all good.
So go back, walk me through this. So you were together 16 years, if I have it right? And he was managing, he's in the business a little bit, so you met that way.
Yeah.
But it does change your dynamic a little bit when you're in love and having babies together and then you're not together.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a lot of blurred lines. Working together and being married is hard.com, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it was never a time when we could, like, just work or just be married. And, you know, I felt like he and I deserved to just be married, you know? And so now we are just Tamar and just Vince.
And how is Jess Logan, your son,
my gosh.
doing? So he spends partly with you and partly with Vince?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's 5 years old. He's in kindergarten.
Oh, gosh.
He's 5 going on 40. He looks like Vince, but he acts just like me, which is a blessing. So, yeah, he's my most prized possession. He's amazing.
So the first time I realized there was something going on, you shaved your head.
Yeah.
Which I got you to make a statement about the new independent version of you.
Well, no. What happened was, it was the week of my birthday of last year, and I just wasn't happy. We were already separated, not living together, going through the divorce, and that wasn't what was not making me happy. I found out that I wasn't in love with myself. I had to have wigs, I had to have clothes, I had to have jewelry. And so I decided by any means necessary, I will fall in love with myself. I want to fall in love with myself when I wake up in the morning, no matter how I look. So I shaved my head, and I stopped wearing jewelry for a long time, and here I am.
So why do you think you weren't in love with yourself? There's a lot to love with you.
Well, you know, I was going through a lot. And sometimes, you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you lose your identity, you lose yourself. And you forget the things that you like and the things that make you happy. And I was just on a quest for happiness, and here I am, I found it.
What makes you the happiest of all the things you do? What gives you the greatest joy that reminds you why life is worth living?
Oh, my family, and knowing that I can turn to them and go to them at any time. And although we might fight and argue, they're still my family, and they're gonna always have my back, and I'm gonna always have theirs.
Well, you guys have thrived together, and you have fought together.
Yes.
And the Braxton Family Values is, I think, really cool because it shows, you know, you can fight with like cats and dogs and still figure things out. And of course, it includes your superstar sister Tony and your mom, your mom is probably the biggest star of all.
Yeah, she's amazing.
To make all of you and hold you guys together.
Absolutely.
So the sisterhood, where's it going to take us this year? What's the big issue? I saw the show last week was just fireworks.
Thank you. Well, you know, this is probably my favorite season outside of the first and second season, only because it reminds me of the times that we had absolutely no worries, no one was stars, and it was just sisters. And that's how we feel about each other now. It's all about us being sisters and us being friends to each other. Of course, we're gonna have our days when we argue, but I just feel like what we went through the past 2 years, we went through that because that's what God wanted us to do, to realize that we really need each other and we really have to lean on each other. And so that's the decision that we made on our own.
What do your siblings give you the hardest time over?
Well, believe it or not, my mouth. But
no, impossible.
But I've gotten better, you know. I'm like, oh, God, bridle my tongue. And only when somebody asks me something is when I give my unsolicited advice. Yes. Nobody asked me, but they asked.
You have found a new love. I'm just curious. He's here, actually. Where's this guy? Where's David? There he is. There's David. Handsome, too.
Yeah.
So does David ask you for your unsolicited advice?
No, he gives me his, which I probably met my match. He gives me his, but he also has great advice. He's not in the music industry. He's not in the television business. He's in the financial business. And, you know, he gives me a lot of tips. He's really, really smart and really helpful. And also, he's a family guy himself. He has a big family himself. And so family means everything to him, too. So he tells me to hush when I need to acquire the spirit of the hush. Yeah.
Good for you for doing that, Dave. Have your sisters met him yet?
Yeah, they met him. My mom met him. They absolutely adore him.
They do?
They adore him.
I bet that was intimidating for him to walk in there.
No, because he has a big family too. So he has a bunch of sisters as well. So he's used to the sister stuff.
So what's different in the relationship with David?
Besides the fact that it's new, and of course everything's amazing when it's new, but I feel like we really understand each other, and we really try hard to understand each other, and we have a lot of trust. We can talk about anything, even things that are uncomfortable, we can talk about it, and it's all good at the end of the day.
So the new season of Braxton Family Values, there's a lot of family drama.
Yeah.
I know you can't give it all away, but
Right.
what should we be expected to be surprised by?
Surprise, I don't know, because this is the Braxtons. So, well, my sisters and I go through a lot, especially when Gabe died out of the blue. And it was a really tough time for my family because he's the first person that was so close to us to pass away. And we had to really come together and build a love wall around Trina and make sure she's loved on, which now she's engaged, because I done told everybody by mistake. I didn't mean that.
She's engaged?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like him?
So I guess I told everybody now, yep.
Yes, you have told everybody.
Yes, I do. You know, she's been through a lot, and to find real love again for both of them is so amazing. And he's an amazing guy, too. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you and the family.
Yeah, thank you.
So up next, I'm going to turn back to Tamar a little bit. She's going to reveal a surprising health issue and what she thinks may be causing it. You might have it, too. Stay with us.
You know, I had a really, really, really big closet at the house.
I know.
And when I moved, I knew that we was not going to be able to fit everything in that teeny-weeny apartment next door, so.
You could just put it in storage. I want you to see the refrigerator. We in the kitchen.
Well, that's.
She has completely transformed the kitchen into an accessory department. I promise you, it's accessories, it's bangles, it's bracelets in the kitchen. And she's a borderline hoarder. Can we focus? She's a hoarder. Who knew? She's a hoarder.
That is a clip from the new season of Braxton Family Values. We are back with singer, actress, and reality TV star Tamar Braxton. Let's do a little health checkup. A couple years ago, you came on here. We were really worried at the time because you'd had a big pulmonary embolism.
Yeah, I did. It was so scary for me. Yeah.
You still get afraid when you get on planes?
I still get afraid all the time. Every time my voice gets hoarse or I have a cough, I feel like I have a blood clot.
So this pulmonary embolism,
Yeah.
just to get everyone on the same page, is when blood clots in your legs. When you don't move around a lot, it tends to happen. And then it flies to your lungs. And a lot of people don't realize you're having it, which is why you get shortness of breath.
Yeah.
If it's big enough, it can kill you.
Yeah.
And yours was big enough. It could have killed you.
Yes, it could have.
So the other thing I want to talk to you about was your diet.
Yes.
Now, you're very honest about it.
Yes.
You taught me a little bit. She has a love affair with pizza. It's her favorite food. How's that working out for you, by the way?
Well, Pizza and I broke up.
You did?
Yes, we did.
Separated.
Well, yes, we're separated, happily separated right now. Well, David is a vegan, and so he's influenced me, like in a very positive way, to eat more healthier and eat fruits and vegetables, because at first I hated fruit. I could not stand fruit. Only thing I would eat is a banana, and that don't really count. You know what I mean? So now I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I don't eat as much as meat as I used to.
Are you cooking still?
I'm definitely still cooking.
What do you like to cook?
What do you like? What would you like to have?
I like pizza.
No, can't make that. Vegan pizza I can do.
I like vegetables because vegetables sometimes
Yeah.
take a little more effort to make.
Yeah, a
but they
good
taste
stir fry is amazing. Yeah.
You spice
You'd
it
be
up?
surprised. Yeah, it's amazing.
So in all the middle of that, you're very active on social media, and I saw this image of you that you
Yes.
posted. Very beautiful feet, but they're a little bit swollen. This is your Instagram
Yeah.
account. Take a look at this, guys.
This is the result of me being in Atlanta. I can't even walk. My feet are so swollen. All y'all California people know what I'm talking about. I can't come here because it's going to kill me.
So what happens every time you're in Atlanta? You say it's going to kill me. What's different about Atlanta from LA?
I just feel like the salt is on overload in Atlanta, and I love it. I love Southern food. I grew up on it, and so every time I go, I feel like my whole body swells. I feel like they put salt in the salad, salt in the smoothies, salt in everything.
Yeah, but you talked about lemon pepper. You just call it lemon pepper.
Yeah, lemon pepper wings is a staple in Atlanta. You have to have it.
Yeah, when she says lemon pepper, she means lemon pepper wings. But you can eat things that don't have a lot of salt. That lemon pepper wing deal, it does have a lot of salt.
It does, but I feel like everything has salt in Atlanta. It's the South, for God's sakes.
Well, since I spent a couple years of my life there, and I know that in Atlanta, gravy's the beverage.
Yes, it is.
So come over here. I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
A little hack next time you go down south to Atlanta. This will help you eliminate some of that salt. So a lot of people don't realize it's not just about cutting out salt. You want to replace salt with something else that pushes it out. So I've got a little smoothie for you. Potassium, magnesium are the perfect minerals that balance these out. So you're a smoothie fan, I hope.
I do like smoothie.
Right, give us a taste while I describe. Magnesium in the spinach. You got a lot of potassium in the melon, the banana. Coconut water has potassium. And I even put some dates in there. Make it a little sweet for you. Right? This is a Tamar tonic. We call it Tamar tonic. Give it a shot. Let's see if Tamar likes a Tamar tonic.
I don't like dates, so we'll see.
I just put a tiny bit in there.
That's good.
They're puckered. They're puckered. So this is a little bit of an antidote. How do you do that?
That's enough.
Let me see again.
You just gotta swallow and pop.
Oh, God. All right. But it won't cure swollen feet, but this will chase it out.
Good.
The other thing I want you to explore with me is come on over here. If you want to do it, pop off those shoes of yours. Now you ought to sit back and relax and kick them off. And Epsom salt baths, especially if your legs are a little bit elevated, are a beautiful way to thin down your feet. How do your feet feel today?
They're a little swollen. I flew in a couple of days ago, so they're a little better.
All right, well, try the bath. Do you take Epsom salt baths?
You know what? When my feet were swollen, I was at my mom's house, and she told me to do it, and I didn't listen to her because I didn't believe it. I was like, why am I putting my feet in salt if I'm swollen from salt? How'd that work? I didn't get it.
This is the youngest daughter syndrome. Your mother must be so frustrated sometimes. Listen to the woman. She's wise.
I know. But I'm going to listen to you.
Well, God bless you. Feed up, Epsom salt baths. Takes care of the swelling. You deserve the good feeling anyway. Be sure to catch a new season of Braxton Family Values on WeTV. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.